Welcome everybody to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, Attention and ADHD coach Jeff Copper. We're here today with ADHD marriage consultant Melissa Orlob. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We were talking about this. I want to make sure we get on the front side. We're here today to talk about optimizing ADHD treatment. But at the same time, you have a, tell us about your program.
Well, I have a website which has many resources for couples, but the best of all of them is my couples seminar that I give. It's an 8-week seminar, and I give it by phone, so people from all over the world can take it, and it has helped a huge number of couples turn their relationships around, and I get a lot of comments about nothing's worked before and this is working. It's great.
And if you are a loyal viewer of Attention Talk Video, you know that I don't talk about things like that at the front of the video, but I'm a huge fan of Melissa's. I've actually worked with a lot of people who've been through this program, and I know how powerful that is. So if you're watching this video, you need to kind of consider it. Actually, not consider it, you need to go do it. So with that being said, we're here talking about optimizing ADHD treatment when it comes to couples. Can you talk to us about that?
Yes, so people mistakenly think that treatment is about medication, and I know if they're working with you, they know better. But how I like to talk about treatment is very broadly, and I discuss it in sort of 3 legs. So, and if you need to put as many different treatments in place as possible across those 3 legs. So just using one isn't adequate. So the first leg is the physiological treatments. So those are the kinds of things that change the brain chemistry. The first one obviously would be medication, but there are others that research shows do the same thing. So for example, exercise, mindfulness training, those kinds of things, better sleep, habits, those are all in leg 1.
So can I pause for a second?
Yeah.
There's meds, like the medications, and I want to pause for a second because many people go look at meds and they're kind of anti-meds because they're concerned about the long-term effects of those meds, and that's fine, but I always say, think about the long-term effects of not taking the medications, and you might find when you do that comparison, the statistics are overwhelming on the not taking. The other one is, we interviewed Brett Thornhill one time, and he has a concept: meds, mindfulness, exercise, diet, and sleep, which were the other things that you kind of talked about. So all those are really important. I just want to kind of throw that stuff in there. So that's the first leg.
Right, and I would add to that also that Ari Tuckman recently did some research which would suggest that the greater number of different things you're doing to treat the ADHD, the better you like your treatment and the better you feel about your marriage, and et cetera.
Absolutely.
So the second leg, to get back on topic, is behavioral things. So it's the things that the ADHD partner does to change their habits. So you can get better focus, you can be more able to stay on task, but unless you take those things and put them into behaviors, they don't really change your relationship, which is, of course, what I'm interested in. So there are millions of different ways to work, including working with a coach and getting all of those things going to be more organized and more reliable and all that. Then the third leg of treatment for the people that I work with is your interactions with others. So, and there are, and people don't normally think about that as treatment, but if you think about making your life better, which is the goal of treatment, being able to be happy, this interactive leg is really important. And that's where you start looking at, symptoms and responses to symptoms, whether you're using verbal cues, how do you communicate with each other, how can you start to manage anger. Anger is an interesting one, for example, because there might be a physiological basis to it and emotionality, and there might also be interactive things, and there might also be habits in leg 2, like you're not organized repetitively, and so your partner's getting angry with you, and you're getting, So really thinking very broadly across all 3 legs helps you optimize treatment for ADHD. And I think I'm glad that we're talking about this because as you said, it's all 3 legs. Think of a stool. If you're missing a leg, it's not going to stand upright. You're going to fall and crash on the ground. And I'm a big fan of yours because it's all about the process of doing that stuff and the information. So any final thoughts before we wrap it up? Well, I love to tell people that they really should take this on. It's not scary. These are all things that you experiment with to see if you can do things better, and you measure, and yes, in fact, you can. And the reality is, once you start to do these things and really embrace them, the changes that you can make as an individual and also as a couple are huge.
Profound.
Profound. I hate to use the word huge now. Should I say that? I'm sorry.
So anyway, Melissa, thank you so much for coming on the show. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Subscribe to Attention Talk Video. We release new tips every Monday. With that, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.